Today is a rainy Sunday day, and my hair decided to have its own funky moment. I don't know what's going on, and in general, in my life. But yeah, today here at Meanwhile on the Stage, we didn't expect that, but we are doing another reaction video. Because we can. Because, yeah, we're just doing it. Today I am going to react to the brand new Depeche Mode record called Spirit. It leaked quite a long time ago, and it came out officially on Friday. And we're going to listen to it right now and react. People hate me over the fact that I talk over music. This is a fucking reaction video. What the fuck do you want me to do? Fucking stand still or talk for 5 more minutes after each track? No, thank you. Anyway, Depeche Mode, legendary British band. Tiny thing I want to point at the beginning is the cover. I really don't like the cover of this album. I do understand that it has a lot of political and social context, as far as I'm aware, especially from the first single from that album. But still, this is such a shitty cover. But anyway, it's just the cover. It doesn't matter that much. What matters the most is the music. And we're gonna listen to some music. I don't particularly have any expectations from it, besides it's been pretty synth pop heavy and political heavy, I guess. We'll see. Okay, here we go. The first one is called Going Backwards. Oh, this is very Journey. Oh, no, not Journey anymore, sorry. That's a depressive beginning. Realities, casualties. Ooh. I like the build up of this track. Oh wow, it's almost 6 minutes long. It's quite long for a track. Where we need to be, though. Oh. Shitty time we're living in, huh? I mean, when time wasn't shitty, though. Oh, I like it. That's so sad. I feel like it's going to be quite a depressive record. Well, from the opening track, it sounds quite depressive. True. New technology, shitty times. True. Also true. New technology and caveman mentality. It's pretty fucking accurate. It's kind of like all woke and stuff, but at the same time it's kind of dark. And I love how it's titled Going Backwards, but it's just the beginning. So like going backwards in the beginning. Maybe that would be lovely if the ending to this album would be like all like happy and, you know, promising and we have faith and everything. Oh, this is a single track, Where's the Revolution? I've heard it. I've seen the video. Great video, by the way. Thematically and lyrically, this is a lot, well, to me, this is a lot like Going Backwards, in a way. I'm feeling like all the tracks are gonna be slightly similar to this theme. So good. This is a good lines. That's a really nice, good lines. Besides all the lyrics and all the meanings and all the contexts, I don't really like this track. It's kind of dull or slightly overproduced. It does remind me of Muse a lot, and not like the best times of Muse, you know, so yeah, I can't say that I'm a fan of this. This part about Train is Coming, how everybody should hop on and join, I guess, the revolution. Maybe this is the start of a new page in the album. So we had Going Backwards, which is really dark and depressive track, about like how the society, the world is fucked, and Where's the Revolution is kind of like this woke moment for the listeners, and how they all should get on board with Depeche Mode, join the revolution. I like the vocals. After all this time, the vocals still sound pretty good. I guess the part which I don't like is the synth work. The synths are a little bit cheesy sounding. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a little bit too much. Very old school as well. Okay, the next one's called The Worst Crime. I like the guitar. I feel like some big chorus is coming up. This is kind of depressive again. Okay. The worst crime. Yeah, okay. Oh. So there's not gonna be a banging chorus. No, it's not true. You have the internet. The worst crime. Trump election? Well, from the latest ones. It's never too late, honey. It's never too late. See, this is pretty fucking dark. And next one's called Scum. I like the name Scum. It sounds a little bit distorted and weird, but I like it. It sounds a bit panicking if someone's running or something like that. I like the atmosphere of this track. It's pretty experimental and pretty racing so far. Ooh, I like this part. I like this synth work. Such a beautiful synth work. Yeah, those are nice. Those are nice choruses. Those are probably about all those politics, man. Being really bad people. Sad. Quite sad. Again. Man, Depeche Mode are really angry in that track. I really enjoy the synth work here at the choruses. I feel like the vocals are not even that necessary in the chorus. The synth work really does the job here. You move. A lot of past talk. A lot of talk about past things. Okay. Unexpected sexual turn. I don't like the synth work here. Now here it just sounds quite, I don't know. Here, this one doesn't do it for me. It sounds very old, and sounding old isn't bad, but here just sound quite lackluster. I still like how he talks about things that they could have and talks about past. And this topic of dark times and better life and how everything could be different continues. So it's still pretty depressive in a way. It's the fifth track and Depeche Mode is still telling us that we are fucked and there's no hope. Cover Me. Of course, in the past. Let me guess. Same, brah. Yeah, Northern Lights. I feel like this track has this really beautiful, like, Icelandic cold nights atmosphere. Of course you did, honey. Okay, now that's probably the very first hopeful lyric I've heard. Okay. Alright. I'm not really a huge fan of this synths again, but I like the more ambient-ish part of this track. It does remind me of the movie called Hannah, I think. About this girl who lived with her father, and I think the soundtrack was by the Chemical Brothers, so it does remind me a little bit of the Chemical Brothers. Of the album in particular, and of that movie. Just kind of picturing the north, you know, and the cold and the darkness. Is this just gonna be instrumental for the rest of this track? It's not the best instrumental in the world, and on this record, so far, but it's alright. The next one is called Eternal. And it's very short. It's 2 minutes and a half. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It's a very short track. Cool. Some circus synths. Wow. This is a love sort of track, but it's very eerie. It's like extremely eerie, and I like it. It does remind me of a Nunny a little bit. I feel like the instrumental and the vocals doesn't perfectly match with each other here. And for me, I love the instrumental a lot here. It's really scary and fucked up, and I like it. Eternal was really short, man. But it was nice. Poison Heart. So here, for example, the whole theme of apocalypse and darker times, it's kind of fading away. So far, it sounds like just a track about that person who's not really particularly a good person, or like at least not a relationship type. And it sounds a little bit boring. It reminds me of like classic rock ballads from maybe 10 years ago, maybe even more, maybe like 15 years ago. It's like goth synth rock track. My broken heart is colder than a stone. This album so far is about all kinds of different regrets. About the world, about the people, about the political systems, about, you know, lovers. Still very depressive. Okay, the next one is called So Much Love. So maybe it's gonna be quite a, you know, enlightened. I like the beginning. Disclosure! Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like an enlightened one. More like a I'm faking my life one. Or like somebody's controlling me. This is very 1984. Or maybe this is a track about like how everybody wants to break you. You still have this feelings and this love and this hope maybe for people and for things around you that they can break you. But I just keep imagining 1984, the movie. Pretty much so far, all of this album could fit like a perfect soundtrack for a movie like this. It does remind me of Muse a little bit again. And I know it's wrong to say, because Muse is heavily influenced by such bands like Depeche Mode, I think, but I mean, since it's a new album, and the guitar, it sounds very familiar. Next track is called Poor Man. Probably gonna be a sad one. Ooh, the beginning is very similar to the opening track. Some sing-along moments. The lyrics to this are quite simple to all of the tracks. Oh, corporations. We're back in the everything's fucked in 2017 topic. Okay. I still don't know what's happening here though. That must be the most irritating thing in that video. Oh, Poor Man. I kind of like the guitar part. Tiny guitar part. Okay, this one is No More. This is the Last Time. And I really like the instrumental again. It's very chill and kind of modern synth pop. So this is a little bit about like mixing the two themes about the, I don't know, the breakup thing and the social political situation in the world thing. Musically, instrumentally, it sounds very beautiful and I like it. That sounds so good. I really like the instrumental of this track. I want to have an instrumental version of it and just listen to the instrumental version. It's not that I don't like the vocals, they're fine, but the instrumental is like, so good. This is a depressive album, dark and angry and angsty. And the last track is called Fail. This is so sad. Okay, I already don't like the synths. The vocals are cool. Okay, this is again about how people fucked up everything. Such a depressive album. A Corrupted. Okay, it's an ending full of hope. We are fucked. It is shameful, but why everything has to be so dark? Everything's not that depressive. It's still kind of too prog-ish for me. Don't really like it. Oh no. Why? There should always be hope, man. We failed, we are fucked. World is fucked. My heart is broken. Thematically, this album is quite fucking depressive and sad and dark and, you know, just full of that hopelessness. There are a lot of albums like that, but this one didn't particularly sounded like it might be a good one in that category for me, at least. I don't know, I guess it's just a bit too angsty for me. Just not something I would want to listen on repeat for a long time. Some of the instrumentals were really fantastic. I really like No More, This Is the Last Time. Beautiful instrumental. Eternal, really fucked up weird track, and I loved it. Scum was also quite nice. It is a very political album. I can't say that lyrically it was something absolutely brilliant and amazing and, you know, like no one has done before. But overall, this is a boring album. This is quite a boring album. Some of the instrumentals really like, I'm telling you, the highlight for me is No More, This Is the Last Time. But I mean, I wasn't expecting much from Depeche Mode. They're an amazing, legendary band. Everybody knows that. And it's pretty fucking cool that they do music. Still, it's a lot about going backwards and a lot about past times and a lot about reminiscing and romanticizing past times, better times. Probably has to do with the fact that, you know, Depeche Mode, they're men in their, 40s, 50s? So it's not particularly a surprise to hear such themes. Anyway, it was still a decent album. What do you guys think of this album? What was your first reaction? Will you re-listen to it? Do you think you will come back to this album? I don't think I will. Meanwhile, he has a stage. Going back with more videos next week. We are planning to do quite important and really cool videos for you guys. Don't forget to like and to share this one and to subscribe to our channel to get updates on what we do and what we are planning to do. You can also follow us on all the social media. The links are in the description down below. Our Meanwhile on the Other Stage social media, as well as our personal social media. In the end, I feel like I need to say, fuck man, we do live in weird times, but don't be that depressed. Everything, you need to still have hope in your life. This is great, but depression is not even that fashionable. Everything's going to be fine. Get over it. Stay cool, stay positive. Me and my funky hair will see you around. Peace off.